right into the bag of tricks, and we've got baits everywhere, as you know. Plenty of cool little things to play with, which will give us a lot of bites in the creeks. I have an abundance of baits and I need them because when I'm doing my competitions, for example, I really want to try and get those bites. Now, I really like this motor oil flip bait. Now, this is one I've used before in the show. It's motor oil. It's a very nice flathead bait, moves well, but you can see the difference in size between those two. There it is. So it's a much more appropriate one for up the creek. That's really going for the winning fish in a competition. That's going to get us a little bit more bites. So I'm going to use that just to flip around, much heavier jig head, so that I can get that bait down and to the fish as much as possible. So there's always these areas that are not set up for bass and estuary perch and bream, but they are set up well for flathead. So I'm just going to take this one off. Brilliant bait. I'm going to keep it for later because I might use it at another spot, but that's a good one. Again, squeeze the top, put it into the bait nicely in the center of the bait, just like that. Feed on by squeezing it enough to go up to the top, which is about, it's a guesstimation. There you can see it. Push it straight up, and then there you go, and that's pretty good right there. Needing to make sure that your bait is very straight, and that's pretty straight right now. Now, the other thing that you must do is you must have a little bit of screening on that jig head. So a little bit of nail varnish, like I've done in my previous shows. You just go and you just darken that head off a little bit, and varnish will dry in about 10 minutes properly. It's a good stuff to use while you're on the boat instead of having to go and buy expensive alternatives. That cost me $1.50 at a dollar store, and it's lasted me a year and a half, and I'm still using it right now. So very good. And I'll let that dry, and then obviously it's got a scent to it, so I'll use a spray on it and I'll re-scent it the right way. But you can see that bait is really nice heavy head. I can flip, I can bounce, I can put it into the back of trees, and I can really work that bait nicely to get those bites. So that's what I'm going to be using on and off when I find those sort of open sandbank areas, for example. I'm going to flip this in and I'm going to try to move that around to see if I can get those bites. So there you go. It's dried off really nicely and it's looking really good. Using a bit of aniseed this time, aniseed oil, different flavor to what I used last time. I find up the creeks in that it's a slightly more effective option. It really screens any of that scent. It really scents it well. It's like a licorice smelling, very nice, but it's an oil which I really like, which allows it to slide through stuff really good. But there it is. That's the bait we're going to use right now, tied on really good, and I'm going to put that to work. Let's go.